Hello my fellow VSGers, this is Joe Saint, along with Frankensleeve, bringing you another quick fact. Frequently asked questions. And this fact covers how did I find my doctor? And how much did it cost? And how are you paying for it? I found my doctor by basically contacting my insurance provider. They had a list of approved hospitals and approved doctors, and I researched each one of the doctors and each one of the clinics or hospitals that did the surgery, and I was actually able to find reviews about each one of the doctors I was interested in. And I found many favorable reviews, and if I did not find any reviews about a particular doctor, I'd just cross them off my list. So you can usually Google a doctor's name and find sites that do post reviews about a person's experience, either through forum posts or actual review sites. I actually found some review sites that rated physicians, and several of my doctors showed up on those sites. Now, as far as what it cost, my standard deduction through Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas was $5,000 out of pocket, and that is almost to the penny what I wound up paying. The actual surgery at my hospital was around $15,000, and the doctor's fee was around $15,000. But my part of the actual surgery and the doctor's consultations was split about $2,500 between the hospital and the doctor. So I did wind up paying around $5,000, but the cost is going to vary based upon your insurance provider and your doctor. I've seen forum posts that people have said that they didn't spend but $85 in total for their entire surgery. Their insurance covered it all, and mine doesn't. So it was good that it worked out well for them and they got away with it so inexpensively, and there are other people who wind up having to pay for the entire surgery themselves and spent $7,000, $10,000, $15,000 out of pocket to have to pay for the entire bill themselves and not having any insurance that would cover it. And the last part was, how did I finance it? And basically, I put it on my credit cards. I have a Visa card, and the doctor and the hospital both accepted my Visa card. I had planned on paying X dollars a month and trying to pay off the $5,000 within 3 years, and that's how I've been doing it. I broke it down into monthly payments, and I paid it off. But I also figured in what kind of money I would be saving by not eating as much food, because normally I would spend around $15 to $20 a day on food, and I knew that at least for the first 2 or 3 months that my meals would be just costing pennies or $1 or $2 per day, because I'd be eating so much less. So I figured that I would be spending about $10 less a day on food, and if you figure that out over the course of 3 years, I had basically will have paid myself back for the cost of my out-of-pocket expenses. So that's something not everybody thinks about, is that with your reduced caloric intake, you're not spending as much food. You're not going out and buying your lunches at fast food restaurants. You're not going out to eat at dinners at night. You're not going to the store and buying steak and hamburger and pizza boxes and all that other kind of junk that you don't think about, but it adds up quickly. $10 here, $20 there for a meal, and those expenses aren't going to be there anymore. So you can actually buy higher quality food but spend less money because you're not eating as much. So that's all there is for this quick fact. This is Joe Saint and Frankensleeve saying, keep pimping that sleeve.